Well, of course we back her leadership. People are keen to accept her leadership, but in a sense this is the worst possible result for us all, including all of you reporting on it, because the vote is large enough that it questions the viability of government, but not so large that she must go. So here we are, we're going to grind miserably forward, supporting the Prime Minister's leadership but opposing the policy. If the votes last night translated into the House of Commons and the withdrawal agreement, it would be defeated by a slam dunk. She needs to take the backstop out of the withdrawal agreement, replace it with a standalone treaty. We published the text of that treaty yesterday. So that's what we do, permanent, legally operable solution to have an invisible and compliant border. We've made the treaty text available. No one can say we don't know what we want, we've published it. Get rid of the backstop, link the money to the free trade agreement, make sure that there's no permanent role for the Court of Justice, and make sure the DUP are on board so we can govern. The House of Lords found that we don't owe anything legally when we leave, and the House of Lords committee who did that is full of people who are very keen Remainers, so they can't say they were Eurosceptics finding that view. But actually most Eurosceptics are not solidly against paying the money. What they're against is giving up all of our leverage by agreeing to pay the money in advance in a legally enforceable treaty before making any serious progress on a free trade agreement. So actually Michel Barnier went to the Brexit Select Committee and said that he would consider linking the money to progress. Why aren't we doing it? Well, this is the argument. We're not being unreasonable. Actually, Michel Barnier offered it to us. We should do it. We're in an awful position now where the Prime Minister is going to be continuing in this position where it's very clear that it's going to be difficult to get any business through the House of Commons, which she won't get this withdrawal agreement through. I mean, Liam Fox said on the television it was difficult to see how the Cabinet would agree to put it to the Commons. You can see why. But we're going to make the best of it. But we're not going to be voting for this withdrawal agreement. What she needs to get is change the text of the treaty, and I don't think she'll get it. I know people like to paint us as unreasonable and uncompromising, but we look at everything carefully. I would not have resigned from government over citizens' rights, which I support delivering, or over the money, or over the implementation period. But in the long term, we've got to be a free and independent country. So if the Prime Minister gets treaty text changes, which means we'll land up as an independent country, then we'll look carefully at those changes. We want to be reasonable and constructive, but we can't possibly support this legal text.